I will show you what is layered to those two sounds. So this is just the kick, just the snare, both samples are functioning, and then I have a separate layer where you have the same kick and snare processed with a DC mode, which is D16 beat crusher. I can unfreeze it so you can see it, and the preset I have, it's really not important. I almost never use presets. And another layer is the same beat processed with this distortion panel. So guitar panel was inserted in Logic and everything was run through it, so I get the upper layer. You can only clearly hear that this is only occupying a high frequency portion of the actual signal, and the beat crush signal also doesn't have much bass. But when I combine all of them together, I get a little bit dirty, distorted sound. I mean, it appears that everything is a little bit distorted. But the point is, it actually is. But the point is that the root sounds, the original sounds, are perfectly clear. So the kick has a nice sine wave, everything is clean and punchy, because distortion is the only process that can create things that are not existing. So you can pull out harmonics and create layers of something that is non-existent, meaning that with equalizer you can change relationships between frequencies, but you cannot create something that is not there. Same story if you want to boost subs on a kick with the EQ and there are no subs in the sample, you can't create them. Same story here, because there was not enough high frequency content in the samples. I used distortion in parallel. So I added a lot of saturation and I mixed it in parallel, sample accurately in parallel, so when you listen to everything together, it works. And now it sounds distorted. If we listen to the whole mix, you don't notice the distortion anymore. But if I turn off the distortion tracks, we don't get the impact that we otherwise. Okay, so let's turn off the vocals. And then I have hi-hats which were processed again with something. I actually don't remember. But the point is that I use a lot of guitar pedals and stuff like that because I want to add, let's say, character or distortion and noise to all digital productions. The problem is that when you are programming beats with samples, you have moments of digital silence between them. Because sample starts, it ends, digital silence starts, it ends, digital silence. And if you want to have a continuous flow, you need to have some sort of a noise that will glue things together. Because in my opinion, one of the biggest myths is when something sounds analog is when it doesn't have sharp transients, sharp high end, and when it has some sort of a noise. So in a lot of cases I add noise to the productions intentionally, like tape noise, static noise, whatever kind of noise. And I also process a lot of stuff through pedals which have a lot of noise, so I get continuous layers of noise. And this gives depth to the tracks and in a way glues isolated sounds together. I mean, it's a little bit philosophical, but I kind of believe in that it works.